Hello and welcome to Shanmugam IAS Academy. This is Ashwin. I welcome you all for current events of the day. Let us take up the topics for today's discussion. We are having almost 4 topics. First one is government notifies copyright rules 2021. Chilika Lake was a part of the Bay of Bengal. PLI scheme for white goods and solar photovoltaic modules. Monetary policy report RBI. The first one, government notifies copyright rules 2021. So recent days we are seeing the hype of amendments regarding the digital contents. So the government has introduced a new amendment on copyright rules 2021. The government of India notifies this copyright amendment rules for 2021 about the copyright rules 2021. In India, the copyright regime is governed by this act called Copyright Act 1957 and the Copyright Rules of 2013. The Copyright Rules 2013 was amended in the year of 2016. It was the last amendment which has been made by the government. It aims at adopting electronic means as a primary mode of communication. We all know that why we are having this copyright informations and why we are having this digital content regulations, because of this COVID-19 people used to say and workers used to say stay at home. Because of that they used to have a closed circumstances, but this digital media envisage to connect them all around the globe and work efficiently. So this digital era needs copyrights amendments. It will bring the existing rules in parity with other relevant legislations made by the government. The key provisions of the amendments: publication of copyrights journal, annual transparency report, merging of boards. So recently we have discussed about Finance Act 2017 which has been amended, and the things related to this Finance Act will be considered with high courts and supreme courts, and it will not be in the tribunals. So in appellate board only we can discuss these matters. So likewise this copyrights also transferred to the appellate boards. Registration of software works, registration as copyright society. So these are the important key provisions of this amendment. The interesting topic that is related to Chilika Lake. It is located in Bay of Bengal, as a report study says. So it is present in India. We all know that it is the largest brackish water of Asia, present in the coast of state Odisha. It is a narrow spit separates it from the Bay of Bengal. You can see that structure. It will be a narrow spit in the region of the coast of the Odisha. Evidence that Chilika Lake was once a part of Bay of Bengal. So some archaeological studies, Paler Port, stone anchors and hero stones says about these things. Let us discuss what are those. Archaeological studies. The marine archaeological studies clearly show that the Chilika Lake once was a safe harbor for a cargo ships going to Southeast Asia and other parts of the world. So you can easily imagine that it can be. So archaeological studies will be a proven one, but we can easily imagine that it was the port. So there is a chance for it can be a port, because it will be connecting the Southeast Asia where the harbor ships will come. So it is one of the report of archaeological studies. Paler Port. Next, Greek geographer Claudius Ptolemy described Paler as an important port of Kalinga. In the previous days it was known as Kalinga and referred to it as Palora. This fort was situated close to Chilika Lake, from where ships used to sail directly to the Southeast Asia. So it is located in the subcontinent, Indian subcontinent. So on the right side of the Indian subcontinent, which connects the Southeast Asia. So northeastern side of the subcontinent, this Chilika Lake is present. So it connects all over the areas which are present in the Southeast Asia. So it can be used for the port purpose. Stone anchors and hero stones. Memorial stones commemorating ancient heroes from Manikapatna Palur, and adjoining onshore regions of Chilika Lake also suggest the same. So some stones we can find some reasons the behind which this was a port. This Chilika Lake was a port once. Then how did Chilika Lake get separated from the Bay of Bengal? So it is a question which is arises while studying this. The process of the formation of Chilika began around 2000 years ago because of lot of tectonic activities and the motion of ocean, the Bay of Bengal, lead to the formation of this Chilika Lake. India's peninsular river Mahanadi carried a heavy load of silt and dumped part of it at its deltas. So we all know that what is delta region. In this region we will be having much amount of alluvial soil which will be deposited by the flow of the river. So here the river called Mahanadi was responsible to create this delta region over this place called Chilika Lake. As the sediment laden river met the Bay of Bengal, sandbars were formed near its mouth. So sandbars, we all know that in geography we might have studied what is sandbars. It created a black backflow of the seawater into the sluggish fresh water at the estuaries. So estuary is an ecosystem which has been developed over that place. It resulted in a huge brackish water Chilika Lake. So how this brackish was water created? Because of this backflow which has been happened in the Bay of Bengal Ocean or sea. Some studies also reveal that some tectonic movements separated Chilika Lake from the Bay of Bengal. It was due to the creation of a barrier split near Palar around 4000 years ago. So Palar is a place which has been located near to the Odisha state. Next one, PLI scheme for white goods and solar photovoltaic modules. The Union Cabinet approves two PLI schemes for white goods and high efficiency solar photovoltaic models. About production linked incentive scheme, that is PLI is production linked incentive scheme. Through this scheme government is going to fund for the producers. What is the aim of this scheme? To make manufacturing in India globally competitive by removing sectoral disabilities, creating economies of scale and ensuring efficiencies. So to create this it is the reason we can say Make in India. So it is the supportive scheme which will be helping this Make in India program. Under the scheme, companies are offered and given with incentives on incremental sales from products manufactured in India over the base year. So they will be setting a base year. In this year, how many amount of these products sold out of India, and the product should be manufactured within India. So based on this scheme is helping the manufacturers and the sellers. PLI scheme for white goods. White goods in the sense which are not causing pollution and which are manufactured in India. PLI scheme for the white goods shall provide an incentive of 4% to 6% on incremental sales of goods manufactured in India. The scheme is for the period of 5 years and the manufacturing of air conditioners and LED light emitting diodes. So these two things are given with this incentives from the scheme called PLI scheme. Eligibility: selection of companies under the scheme aims to intensify the manufacturing of components or sub-assemblies in India. So if anything is manufactured in India, assembly of this product is happening in India, can be given with this incentive. Mere assembly of finished goods shall not qualify for incentives. So here we are mainly focusing on the prototype. We have discussed about what is prototype. Prototype is an important thing to manufacture a final product. So if you are helping to assemble the manufactured product, it will not be given the incentives. So the companies who all are helping to make the final good will not be given with the scheme's incentives. Significance of the scheme is it is estimated to lead to an incremental investment of 7,920 crore over the 5 years. It will lead to production over 1.6 lakh crore as well as lead to 4 lakh jobs. So it will also create employment in an indirect way, even though this scheme supports the companies. So companies will be hiring more number of laborers and engineers who are willing to work on air conditioners and LED lights. And the next one, monetary policy report by RBI. Reserve Bank of India has released this monetary policy report for 2021. It is the duty of this RBI to release its monetary policy each and every year. So what are the things unchanged? Because of this COVID-19, we are in a major hype of inflation and other things which affects the economy. So the RBI decided to not change any policy rates such as repo rate, reverse repo rate, marginal standing facility MSF and bank rate. So these are the things which are unaltered. And GDP projection by this RBI, the real gross domestic product growth for 2021 to 2022 has been retained at 10.5 percentage. The inflation also has been projected to this called consumer product price index CPI. So CPI inflation, how is this? So it is also not changed. It is has been projected by the RBI based on the years for the quarters. So please have a look on it. So finally, support to finance institutions. So this RBI is giving financial support to the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development and assisting all the agriculture and allied activities through this funding, and it gives the funds to the national financial companies, and it also gives microfinance to the companies. Small Industries Development Bank of India will be provided 50,000 crore under this facility of microfinance, and it will be also given with 50,000 crore for MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. So just have a look on it. These all are not important, but how this economy is growing and how this inflation is reducing is the important with regarding to monetary policy committee and monetary policy by the RBI. So just have a look on it. So let us finally take up the mains practice questions. I have two questions for today's discussion. One is discuss the importance of RBI's MPC and its important measure to take and control the COVID-19 obtain inflation, and another one is elucidate the importance of wetlands in India and write about the importance of Chilika Lake in India. So we have discussed about lot of things about Chilika and RBI's MPC. So please make write yourself each and every day, practice yourself. With this we wind up today's session. Let us meet you on tomorrow's session. Thank you for watching. Please keep focusing on dreams.